Two powerhouse actresses, Nia Long and Taraji P. Henson, both iconic in their own right, both celebrated for their talent, their beauty, and their contributions to Black Hollywood. But somehow, these two queens ended up on opposite sides of a feud that people are still whispering about years later. Now, at first glance, it may seem like the drama started from one awkward comment on set. But once you start digging, oh honey, it becomes clear this thing runs much deeper. So what really went down between Nia Long and Taraji P. Henson? Was it a case of diva behavior gone unchecked? Or were deeper insecurities and long-standing industry tensions at play? Let's break it all down. The drama reportedly kicked off on the set of Empire, the hit FX series where Taraji P. Henson famously played the unforgettable Cookie Leon. Nia Long joined the cast in Season 3 as Juliana, a glamorous nightclub owner and former lover of Lucius Leon, played by Terrence Howard. Now, this was supposed to be a juicy arc, sparks flying between Juliana and Lucius, tension building with Cookie, the whole deal. But Nia's time on the show didn't last long. In fact, her character disappeared almost as quickly as she appeared. And according to insiders, the reason behind that exit had little to do with the script, and everything to do with drama behind the scenes. One of the biggest complaints, reportedly, was Nia's consistent tardiness. Cast and crew claimed she was habitually late, often leaving co-stars waiting for up to 30 minutes on set. In a tight television production schedule, every minute matters, and delays like that can cause serious tension. It got so bad that producers started using a stand-in for Nia just so Taraji and Terrence could rehearse their scenes. That's not just inconvenient, it's humiliating, especially for an actress of Nia's stature. But things really escalated during one particular incident. According to sources, one day when Nia arrived late yet again, someone on set, reportedly a crew member, made a snide remark, asking her why she was always on Black people's time. Now, that's a problematic comment. The phrase plays on a stereotype that Black people are always late, and regardless of the context, it's not something that should be casually thrown around, especially in a professional setting. Nia, understandably, didn't take it lightly. She allegedly snapped, and I mean really went off on the guy. That's when Taraji stepped in, trying to de-escalate the situation. But the way she did it, let's just say, it didn't help. Taraji reportedly asked Nia, "Why are you so mad? Are you on your period?" Now, depending on how you look at it, this could have been an attempt at a lighthearted joke, a way to ease the tension and call out the awkwardness of the moment. But to Nia, who was already fired up and clearly feeling disrespected, it came off as dismissive and condescending. From that point on, things got tense, really tense, and it wasn't just about tardiness or touchy jokes. The Empire hair and makeup team ended up filing a formal complaint against Nia, citing her alleged disrespectful behavior. According to reports, she would frequently change her mind about her look at the last minute, sometimes chewing people out if things didn't meet her standards. Now listen, Nia's been in the game a long time. She knows what works for her on camera. She's even said it herself. Nia Long knows her light. Nia Long knows her makeup. Nia Long knows her hair. But when those standards turn into blow-ups, especially in front of the crew, that's when people start using words like difficult or diva. And Taraji, she wasn't about to let that slide. If you know anything about her, you know she's deeply loyal to the crews she works with. She's worked her way up in the industry and treats everyone, from the director to the makeup artist, with the same level of respect. So to see someone come in and allegedly mistreat the people who helped bring the show to life, that reportedly didn't sit right with her. Multiple sources claimed Taraji made her feelings known, and from that point on, her relationship with Nia was strained, if not completely broken. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some insiders say the real tension between Nia and Taraji didn't start on Empire at all. Allegedly, there had been some low-key shade thrown years before. According to these sources, Nia wasn't exactly a fan of how fast Taraji's star was rising in Hollywood. There were whispers that she felt Taraji didn't deserve all the attention and opportunities she was getting, a sentiment that reportedly made its way back to Taraji and her team. So when Nia showed up on Empire, there may have already been some unspoken resentment lingering under the surface, and the situation only got messier. On Nia's last day of filming, there was apparently a tradition on set where guest stars would receive a special send-off. The assistant director would announce their rap, and the cast and crew would applaud and thank them for their work. But Nia, she didn't get that. The AD was reportedly busy helping Terrence Howard deal with an allergic reaction, trying to find some Benadryl, and the send-off was forgotten. Nia allegedly stormed off set and threatened to sue over the oversight, claiming that the goodbye was actually in her contract. Now, whether that's true or not is still debated, but it certainly didn't help her reputation on set. And this wasn't the first time people in the industry had issues working with Nia. Director Malcolm Lee, who worked with her on The Best Man, once said in an interview with The Breakfast Club that Nia was a challenge. And Taye Diggs, oh, he had his own story. In The Best Man, there's a memorable scene where Nia's character slaps his. And according to Taye, that slap was very real. So real that it left him stunned and angry. He later said that after that scene, he wasn't sure he ever wanted to work with her again, calling her unprofessional. And let's not forget about the long-rumored tension between Nia and Jada Pinkett Smith. Nia once hinted at this during an interview, saying that back in the day, there were only a few black actresses consistently getting work: herself, Jada, Halle Berry, Regina King, and Jasmine Guy. And according to her, the industry constantly pitted them against each other, especially her and Jada. That constant competition, Nia said, led to a lot of misunderstandings and people labeling her as difficult just because she knew what she wanted and wasn't afraid to speak up. Now let's give Nia a little credit here. Hollywood hasn't always been kind to black actresses. When you're one of the few women of color consistently booking roles, you have to fight, sometimes harder than everyone else, to be heard, to be respected, and to protect your image. So it's entirely possible that Nia's so-called attitude was a defense mechanism, a way to survive in an industry that often treats black women as disposable. But on the flip side, being a veteran doesn't give anyone the right to be disrespectful. If the stories are true, it's she was belittling crew members, ignoring set etiquette, or undermining her co-stars. Then yeah, that's a problem. And Taraji, who's known for being down-to-earth and collaborative, reportedly wasn't going to tolerate that energy on her show. As for the aftermath, well, both sides have done their best to downplay the situation publicly. Nia's rep put out a statement calling the rumors complete nonsense and claiming that she's always been a consummate professional. They also pointed out that Empire had been plagued with rumors of drama and misconduct long before Nia arrived. Meanwhile, when paparazzi caught up with Nia and asked about the rumored lawsuit and the alleged beef with Taraji, she denied everything. She even claimed she loves Taraji. Now, that might have been damage control, or maybe she genuinely felt misunderstood. But either way, it's hard to ignore all the smoke. Because where there's smoke, well, you know how it goes. So what do you think? Was Nia unfairly painted as the villain in this story? Was Taraji just standing up for her crew and maintaining professionalism? Or were both women victims of an industry that loves to pit powerful black women against each other? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.